it to the chat, baby. Pull it to the chat. One thing about me, bro, I love me some chocolate chip cookies, man. I love me some chocolate chip cookies. Pull up to the chat, baby. Pull up to the chat. Who in the chat, man? What are you doing? What's up, Henry? I'm cleaning up the kitchen, man. Just got done cooking. You know. And the house smell like pumpkin and ginger. Best smell ever. Smell like home. Put this right here. What I'm about to do right now, though, is work on my son's room. Get it all taped up, prep for painting. And I'm gonna do the hallway as well. Well, I ain't gonna do that today. Not today. Oh, no. Painted the light. Let me sit you guys right here. I think this is for you guys. Yeah, I'm prepping my son's room. I'm trying to get his room ready. I'm gonna change this gray color to a cream color. I'm self-taught in painting. What's up? At GIF-8Q8G. G's and golf. I learned how to paint myself. I learned how to prep myself. It took a lot of practice, but I think I'm starting to get good at it, man. You know. I want to make his room to where, like, when he come into it, he's not gonna want to be in his mom's and dad's room. He's gonna like to be in his own space. So I wanted to paint in a neutral color. So when I put certain lights and pictures in here, it'll stand out more. Because if you got gray is kind of boring. It's not gonna make that pop. You wanna feel warm when you step into a room. And I want him to feel like his room is his and his alone. You know what I mean? So, and my baby only 6 months, so I know everybody say, "Oh, the baby sleep with their mommy and daddy," but my baby is a big baby and he's growing up fast. I just want to have his space ready, so when he's toddler, 3 or 4 years old, he'd be able to come in his room and know his room and get in his bed and just spend time in his bed as well. Praise Jesus is the way to truth, the life, and all you want is a relationship with you. Alicia McCallie 7064. I'm already saved, but thank you for that. I appreciate that. He is the truth. He is the way. He is the life. He is the reason I can be a good father and a good husband. And I'm doing this right now because of Jesus. But yeah, y'all, I learned how to prep. Things like that. One thing you want to do when you prepping is always make sure you try to get as close to the line as possible. You don't want to be putting stuff on the wall and then you paint and then it's not neat. So what I learned is to take as much as you need to make sure it's clean. So when you look at it, you see that it's neatly across and it's just you paint the wall. Now I would normally do the door, but since the door is not really in the way, I'm not gonna really paint it because I know I can just take a small brush and do that little part. I don't necessarily have to tape it up. You know what I mean? But I still have to prep it to make sure I don't paint it. You know what I mean? But yeah, so you basically take your tape, line it straight across, make sure it lines up with the part that you don't want painted, and then put the tape directly in the middle. Place your thumb on the top right here, and then you cover that little hump, and then boom, just like that. Just like that. And it's neat, it's together. That's what you want. You don't have to be a professional. But if you're a handyman like myself, you just want to be proficient in it. You know? The only way you can be proficient is by doing it. It's raining. And this how you want to look when it's all prepped. You want to make sure everything is covered. That's how you want it to look. Now I had to scrape some stuff out the wall because it had like stickers and stuff. So you can see before it was like a white color. So white wouldn't have been a good color either because my son, he is very, very hands-on with picking up stuff. So I was like, a cream color would be fine. And you can repaint it easily without having to repaint the whole house. For example, if this whole room was white, right? And my son, you would get a crayon or marker, he marks on the wall. With white, you can see where a person painted. And it'll be there, like that little streak. But versus if you get a cream color and you paint it and it blends in perfectly. You know what I'm saying? That's just from my experience. I don't like using white or gray, nothing like that. Gray is like the typical, you go into a house and they trying to get you to rent it. Or you go into a space and they want it to look clean. And those spaces 9 times out of 10 be having issues anyway. But just my personal preference, when I go to a space and I see a gray, that lets me know like they try to clean it up. And gray is a cheap color. You know what I'm saying? Gray is one of those cheap colors that you can buy. But I wouldn't recommend going into a space and it's gray and you want to live there. Like I like to see a house that got some type of color, a little bit of life to it. Gray is just boring. I would do this highway, but I'm gonna show y'all the other side, right? So this is the cream side. I did this myself. You can see the ceiling. You see where I messed up at, up there. But I only got better, right? I only got better. Then you can see this side over here is gray. You know, you can see the difference in life versus the gray. That's why I decided to go cream. Now my wife, she wanted the living room to be cream, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and paint certain parts of the house, right? Because gray is too much. It's a dead color, right? So I also did this space. I did this space. Took it from gray to cream. I took my time. I learned how to paint. I got a bodysuit. A paint bodysuit, so I don't get none on my clothes. But yeah, that's how I learned. Now you can learn. Every man should learn how to paint his own house or how to do certain things with his house. You don't have to be a genius. You just need to know a little bit. Like, dang, I don't want to pay $500 for somebody to paint the house. I can do it. I can do it. Go on YouTube, sit down and watch how the people do it on YouTube, and then start doing it. Now, if you mess up, you mess up. There's nothing wrong with messing up. It's just how you learn from it. You know what I mean? Versus if somebody come to your house and be like, oh, well, it's going to be $600 just to paint the wall. Like, this is being a little lazy. Like, apply your mind. Use your mind for what it needs to be used for. Hey, can I do this task? Is this task too big for me? Let me break it down to where I can understand it. You know what I mean? Everybody understands things different ways. But if you break it down to the foundational pillars of doing stuff, you will be better off. You know what I mean? You don't have to be the smartest person, no rocket science, to know how to do simple handyman stuff. It is raining outside. It's crazy. But yeah, you guys, this is what I'm doing today. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. This is another live V and T T.V. We out.